Okay, so today we are doing math problems of multiplication. So, you've been hired by a mega toy factory to help pack huge orders of toys. Each box holds a certain number of toys, and you need to figure out how many toys are in all the boxes to be able to get paid. If one box holds 2,137 toys, and there are 4 boxes, how many toys are in total? Can you write down your guess? Just a guess. All right, hold it up. Okay, your guess is 7,828. Okay, first, how we are going to solve this is we are going to break down the number 2,137. So write down 2,137. We're going to break it into 2,000 plus 100 plus 30 plus 7. Okay? So now you have 2,137 broken down. But you need to multiply each of those sections by 4. So now you're going to write 4 times 2,000, 4 times 100, 4 times 30, and 4 times 7. And you're going to find out what each of them equals. Okay? So, you take your time, figure out how each of them equals. Good job. 4 times 2,000 is 8,000. 4 times 100 is 400. 4 times 30 is 120. And 4 times 7 is 28. So now you need to make the multiplication problem and add them all together to find out your answer. So right here, make the multiplication problem and figure out your answer for how many toys there are in total. So you'll have 28 plus 120 plus 400 plus 8,000 equals 8,548. Good job. What happens when we need to multiply another big number, like 24 times 3? What do you think will happen? What do we have to do first? 4 times 3, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to show the real world example. So I have 24 dots on 3 pages. So 24, 24, and 24. So if I show you the first 24, you have 24. Then you have to add the second 24, which would be
48.
Then we're adding another 24, which would be
72.
72. Okay, so we will learn how to multiply today using blocks, drawings, and numbers. So these are the blocks that we'll be using, the base 10 blocks, and we have the ones. And we'll be using numbers like we did in the beginning, multiplying. And we'll also be using drawings like we just did to figure out 24 times 3. We will also have manipulatives hanging on the wall. These will be the posters on the wall to do multiplication. This one is CRA, Sequence of Instruction. CRA stands for Concrete, Representational, and Abstract. So, concrete means the students use hand-on concrete objects such as the blocks. Representational means the students draw shapes like X's and O's and tally marks to represent concrete objects, just like we did here. And abstracts uses numerals and equations to describe the concrete. So that is just like we did right here. This will be displayed on the wall for all the students to see and go back to for help. We will also have the operations on here. So this is showing the students how to multiply. And it shows a bunch of arrows. So it said number 1, it says start by multiplying the ones times each of the digits. So it'd be 6 times 3 and 6 times 5 in this example. Then 2, it says be sure to carry over any 2-digit answers and add this to your product. Just like they did there. And 3 is add a 0 when moving from the ones place to any left. So that would be right here. And 4 is continue multiplying the tens times each of the digits. So it would be the 2 times the 3, 2 times the 5. And then add your answers all together. So these are the answers, and then you add them all together to get your products. This will also be displayed on the wall for the students to go back and look at for extra help. All right. So now we're going into the question 23 times 2. We will be using the blocks. So we have tens and ones. So, show 2 groups of 2 tens and 3 ones using base 10 blocks. So can you show me 2 groups of 2 tens? So that's one group. That's 2 groups of 2 tens. Now I need 2 groups of 3 ones. There's 1, 2, 3. That's one group. 1, 2, 3. That's 2 groups of 3. Okay, we're going to count the total tens and ones. So now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. Okay, so if we have 4 tens, what does 4 tens equal?
40.
Good. All right, now we have 3 ones and another group of 3 ones. So how many ones do we have?
6.
All right, 40 plus 6 equals?
46.
Good, 46. So here are the tens and the ones groups. Okay, we're going to go on to how to multiply it on a piece of paper now. So, we have 23 times 2. So, you are going to have to do, or start down here, go 2 times 3 is 6. All right, now you move over, but you need to add a 0 because you're going over to the tens. So you have to add a 0 below the 6. And then 2 times 2 is 4. So now you got 46 as your answer. Good job. $46. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do the next problem. We have 34 times 2. First, we're going to build it with blocks. So we need 2 groups of 3 tens. So there's 1 10, 2 tens, and 3 tens. Now we need one more group of 3 tens. Good job. So now we have 2 groups of 3 tens. Now we need 4 ones and 2 groups of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we need one more group of 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So now we have 2 groups of 3 tens. So what is 3 tens plus 3 tens equal?
60.
6 tens. And then 6 tens is 60. Good. All right. Now we have 2 groups of 4 ones. So what's 4 plus 4?
8.
8. So now we have 68. We are going to now draw them out. If you don't have blocks, you can also draw them. So now I want you to draw 3. That's a 10. 2. Good. 3. Good. Now you just have to draw 4 ones and then another group of 4 ones. Good. And you could add a plus mark and a plus mark. You could also draw them. So it still equals what?
68.
68. Very good. Because if you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 on the top, 60 with your tens, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 68, because 60 plus 8 equals 68. Now we are going to solve it as a problem. So we have 34 times 2. First, you need to do what?
2 times 4.
Yes. What's 2 times 4?
8.
Good. Now you need to do...
2 times 3.
But is it 3?
2 times 30.
Yeah, 30. So 2 times 30 equals...
68.
2 times 3
Oh,
equals...
60.
Right, 60. Add them together.
68.
And what do they equal? 68. Good job. So you have 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 30 is 60. 60 plus 8 is 68. Great job. Now you are going to get ready to go back to your desk and you are going to solve a problem on your own. The problem you'll be solving is 45 times 3. You will only be using the number and the paper. So I will give you this paper. You'll go back to your desk and you'll do 45 times 3. Solving by yourself. You should multiply the ones first and then the tens. And add the products together to get your answer. So here's your paper. When you are finished, please hand it in to me. And then 3. And then you'll hand it in to me when you are finished. Remember, there are the posters to refer back to as well. Good job.